What's going on, gamers? My name is John with Gamester81.com, and in this episode, I'm going to be reviewing a brand new game just came out November 6th, 2012, and that is Midway Arcade Origins. It's by Warner Brothers Games. I'll tell you what, this is an awesome compilation, and what it is, it includes over 30 classic arcade games in this compilation. All these arcade games are from the golden age of arcade gaming. So I was very fortunate to be raised and born and live through the latter part of the golden age of arcades, which was really in the early 80s, mid 80s, started in the 1970s. Midway, to me, was really one of the kings of classic arcades. There's some great games and gems on here. And what's awesome about this game as well, not only was it for the PS3, which I have in my hand obviously right here, came out for the Xbox 360, and it includes over 30 games, which I mentioned, but here's a cool thing about it. It's only $30 new, which is cool. So if you think about it, you're only paying less than $1 per game. And it's also cool is you can unlock trophies when it comes to PS3, and you can also unlock achievements in regards to Xbox 360. So as many of you guys are aware, I'm a huge fan of arcades. I have several arcades of my own, including Donkey Kong Arcade. I have Star Wars by Atari. I don't have any Midway arcades, so it's pretty cool to have this, and because this thing plays really cool. And so what I'm going to do, I have my own YouTube channel called Gamester81 Arcade. I've had it for a while. I'll put a link right here. And if you guys want to see more detailed review over any particular game in this compilation, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see. I'll do my best to get to that review and post it on that channel for you guys. But what I'm going to do in this video is kind of show you what games are included in this compilation, kind of show you a brief overview of the games themselves. Let me know what games you like. Let me know what games you'd like to see maybe added to this compilation. Now keep in mind, these games are from the golden age of arcades, so it's really the 70s to the mid 80s. Midway, of course, went on in the 90s, became really a powerhouse as well with games like Mortal Kombat, NBA Jam, and I really hope that Warner Brothers Games maybe releases another compilation, maybe a part 2, and includes some of those games as well. So without any further ado, let's take a closer look at Midway Arcade Origins. It's a really fun intro here. I like this a lot. This is the coin. And there's Root Beer Tapper. There's a lot of references to the games included in this compilation. There's Joust. Marble Madness. Starts with Sinistar. Maybe that's in the middle of it. It's all alphabetical. You got 720, APB, Arch Rivals, which is the predecessor to NBA Jam. It's a 2-on-2 basketball. No fouls or anything like that. Bubbles, Championship Sprint, Defender, Defender 2, Gauntlet 1 and 2, Joust 1 and 2. Joust 2 is a really uncommon game. Came out during like the peak of the video game crash. Didn't do very well in the arcades because of that, but it's actually a pretty fun game. I love Joust, one of my all-time favorite games. Joust 2 is pretty fun. Marble Madness, Pit Fighter, one of the first games that utilizes actors that were in blue screen, and they would put them in there. It's kind of the predecessor to Mortal Kombat, essentially. Rampage, Rampart, Robotron, Root Beer Tapper. Root Beer Tapper is a really fun game. It started as Budweiser Tapper, and it was kind of had these really cool taps and a cool area you could place your beers on. But they were afraid that because kids were playing it, parents got angry, so they changed it to Root Beer Tapper. Satan's Hollow, Sinistar, Smash TV, really fun games by Williams, and it came out later on. Last Williams arcade game, I believe, that they ever made. Spy Hunter 1 and 2, Super Off-Road, really fun racing games. Super Sprint, very similar, came out a lot earlier. Tubin, Total Carnage, which is like kind of unofficial sequel to Smash TV. Tournament Cyberball, Vindicators, Wizard of War, Xenophobe, Zybots. So it's 31 games in one. A lot of these games were, Atari kind of handled them. They were developed by Midway, but Atari like distributed them or did something new with them. Games like, for example, Gauntlet games have Atari name on them. Marble Madness, Pit Fighter, Rampart. You'll find a lot of times Atari logo on the cabinets and stuff like that. So let's start with one of my favorites. This is Smash TV. You can get the free play settings, score, attacks, controls. So let's find the controls. You get the move and fire. Let's go to free play. Choose your character. Bingo. So object is to pretty much shoot everything on screen. It's kind of like Robotron, which is another game, classic game. Get different weapons and power-ups. Kind of like you're in a game show setting, which is kind of cool. Game gets very hard because a lot of enemies on stage. It's a top-down view, almost like Zelda, the original Zelda. It's kind of interesting. Get cash and points. Get different weapons and stuff like that. You can choose what door you want to go in, which is kind of cool. Obviously get to the money, so exit. You gotta collect all 10 keys. Look at those. Wow, that was interesting. Games are a lot of fun. Let's exit this over quick. Like I said, if you guys want to see more gameplay or reviews over any particular game, let me know and I'll put up on my other channel there for you guys. Spy Hunters are a lot of fun. Smoke, oil, gas gear, oil slick, you can steer, machine guns. This game's really challenging. You got to worry about the fuel. This is ported to this is ported to the Nintendo Entertainment System. You can shoot your enemies. Love the music though. This game utilizes a steering wheel, obviously. So to play it on a controller is a little bit different, but not too bad. Oh, see, gotta worry about things like that. Spy Hunter 2. Off-road is a lot of fun. Another great port for Super Nintendo Nitro Steer. Gas. You can choose which player you want to play as. It's a 3-player game. Check your birthday, where you're from. I'm in the red. You got Nitro, which is cool. Yeah, great port, like I said, it's for the Super Nintendo. There you can choose different cars. It's almost an arcade quality port. The only difference is this one you can add more credits or quarters or whatever, and you can continue playing. Where the Super Nintendo, I believe you had like limited run you can use. Like limited continues and stuff like that, I believe. It's been a while since I played the Super Nintendo version. There's quite a few tracks in this. So it's gotta go 4 laps. This is a lot of fun to play with 3 people. Super Sprint is very similar. It's tile play. It's more retro. Total Carnage is an unofficial sequel to Smash TV. Also ported to the Super Nintendo. Same kind of gameplay style. It's almost like Commando though, a little bit. You're outside. A lot of the enemies just blow up. Oh, brutal. You can see why they call it Total Carnage. You can only shoot at like, 45-degree angles, so it kind of makes it a little challenging. Get different power-ups.
Thank you.
Fight the women. Get the flags. Oh, that was brutal. Landed on a mine. Really fun game though. Defender's Classic. Gauntlet is classic. Let me show you Joust 2. It's a 2-player game. Get the leaderboard as well, which is cool. You can share leaderboard scores. So flap. So this is kind of like, if you're familiar with Balloon Fight for the NES. Balloon Fight is a clone of Joust. The object is you're an ostrich and you land on these other ostriches. And you have to collect their eggs, otherwise the eggs rehatch. You also change into a Pegasus, so a different version between this. I can change into a Pegasus. The Pegasus doesn't fly very well. It's very hard. You have to really tap it to fly, get very good. You got the different birds to worry about. Look at all the stuff going on. Got lightning thing to worry about. Things that come out of lava grabbing you. So much going on. But the general gameplay of it hasn't really changed from the original one. And I think this was like a kit, meaning like you pretty much could add this to your Joust 1. That game is over. Got more credits. You can continue, which is different because I don't think you can continue in the first one like that. Kind of took away the whole continue aspect of things. Kind of took away the whole high score aspect of things because you could just continue. It's whoever put the most quarters in, really. So there's a lot of controversy on that. Man, so much going on. I didn't even pass the first stage. You can see how difficult it is. That one's on like a crazy bird. You can see how hard it is to flap up with a Pegasus. Finally. Marble Madness, classic. I played this a lot on the Commodore 64 back in the day. Not just to get from point A to point B. Sounds easy enough, right? But actually you have to stay on. They have this for the NES as well, which I played quite a bit of it for that. Oh, see? And it's all timed. You don't really have lives, but you have timer. And the timer is kind of the end of time is obviously, it takes time when you fall off, so. And there are other enemies. At these black balls that try to knock you off. You got these worms that try to devour you. You can go down this funnel here. Oh. Got this ice, very slippery. Such a fun game, such a great game. Rampage is great. There's 3 different guys you can be at. You gorilla, be a lizard, or wolf. I think in the Lynx version you'd be a rat. You're supposed to just destroy buildings. Destroy as many buildings as you can. You can eat people for health. They've had several sequels of this. There's different cities you go to. They put you in newspapers and stuff. You destroy cars. The last game I'm going to show you real quick is Root Beer Tapper. If you've seen WreckIt Ralph, they have a reference of Root Beer Tapper in WreckIt Ralph. Classic game by Midway. Object is to serve people before they come to you or before glass breaks. Timber was also a game created by the same guys who did this one, which is you have to chop down trees. game progressively gets harder. You got to worry about these empty glasses from falling too. And you can get the cash here. They all dance. Oh. Got to worry about things falling too like that. The original one had just a Budweiser symbol there where it says root beer. Gotta watch for the right one here. Now it's this one right here, but I'm gonna do a wrong one just to show you what happens. It's gonna explode in my face. Pretty funny. So guys, this is Midway Arcade Origins. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this compilation. Again, only $30, you get more than 30 games. I love how they're bringing arcades back. It's great. I think this is going to really hopefully renew some interest to the younger gamers out there. Thanks for leaving a comment. Thanks for subscribing, guys. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.